We are Team Imaginote. My name is Marco, it's Nicola, Jonathan, and Phil. What you just saw there is our Imaginote in action and some of the tests we ran through before coming to Poland. So when we first thought of our entry for the Imagine Cup for this year, we analyzed different problems that are out there. And we found that a significant amount of people, due to birth or injuries, have some kind of disability that impair them to communicate with the others in a traditional way. So as three members of the team are actually musicians, we first thought of music therapy because it's already used in different situations like depression, anxiety, and stress relief. But going a little bit further, why we picked up music in first instance. If you think at it for a moment, sometimes we feel envious about a piece of music, a beautiful picture, a beautiful movie. Why is that? Think of it for a moment. Is it for a lack of technical skills that we don't have? Is it about being famous, performance? Or is it about the emotions that that piece of art suscitates in you? That's it. That is it. So we are singing, we play, we improvise to provide emotions to others. And through emotions we communicate. And that's why we picked up music, because music is also referred to as a universal language. We make music even before to learn to speak, and there is no population on Earth that actually doesn't make music, even nowadays. So I will leave you with Nicola that we talk about you a little bit about the technical side.
I'll explain how the project works then. So currently, technology, the trends are going in the direction of eliminating the controller. People want to go out and buy a complete package. They don't want extra attachments. You can see this girl here has a very complicated looking piece of machinery on her. That is a motion capture suit. People want natural intuitive movement. Like, think Minority Report. People want to literally sweep their hand and things to move away. These things come naturally to people. It's simple. It emulates real life in a very real way. So the way forward is to eradicate these extra peripherals that detract from the immersion and the feeling of you inside the game, inside the software, using a computer in general. So, what Imaginote is, it acts like a giant invisible keyboard essentially. So you are the instrument inside the tool. So there's no learning curve. As you can see here, there's a little man in the green space in front of the sound beam, as you can see is set up here. And if he moves forward, he'll trigger the yellow space. So the distance from you to the sound beam is exactly tailored to different sounds and visuals inside the game. So it's very simple to pick up and use, but it can be used in quite a complex way. Each person picks it up and uses it differently. So next slide. Can I ask, does any of you judges play a musical instrument?
Two.
You do? Does anybody not play a musical instrument? Do you want to go up and give it a go then? We can get you playing a musical instrument. So, I'm going to run the game, the tool now. So, stand out of the way. Perfect. I'm going to go into Marco. So, this is my best bit of it, but you can control it with your for that. Who agrees for it? Okay, I'll go back to the presentation now for a while. So technically, from a technical point, how this works is the sound beam sends a MIDI SysX message into the computer. So as you can see, the little guy is standing in the fourth section of the sound beam, which I've assigned in here. You can also change the colours if you prefer colours to make it a safer space. This is just green for the purposes, obviously. So MIDI SysX message, this produces a green sound and a green visual. These never change. You're always pulling out the same sound and the same visual. So you could have a deaf child and a blind child play this at once. The deaf child could be watching the screen, as you saw earlier, pulling out the right note, and then the blind child could be listening. So you can have them collaborating together essentially. No? So an overview of the architecture. I'll get a bit closer here. So the sound beam sends in the SysX messages. The input manager handles the kind of translation of that into the notation manager and the particle system. So we have, as you can see, the visuals come down in the exact same colour as the note you're invoking, and these are matched to the sound you're bringing in. So you have a screen manager. So we don't only have that free play mode. We have a compose mode where you can record and loop. We have a rhythm game mode where you need to run up and down very energetically to catch the right notes. We have numbers and letters mode, like we want to work on those as well. So you have letters coming towards you and you have to reach goal spelling to help with things like dyslexia, things like that. This is all built on top of XNA using Fmod to take in the sound assets, and we use the XNA framework itself to read in images, so you can read in any images on runtime. It's quite handy. Jonathan will explain why later. So we're using the C# MIDI toolkit to translate the messages coming from the sound beam, and I'll pass over to Marcos then, and he'll explain where we're using .NET in the program.
Alright, so what you just saw here is Imaginote, the kind of standalone application. We wanted to expand it and give the possibility to users to share and to create their own content, which we'll explain in better details later. So we have set up our Imaginote.org website, and we have our SQL server sitting on it. User through our Team Manager application can create their own sound or visual themes and upload them into the web server. And we use Windows Live to authenticate users so that we can reach the huge amount of users that nowadays uses Windows Live as their daily uses. So I will leave this to John. We